Welcome to Friday with DDubs, episode 51. My apologies for being a little late. Life is proving to be very crazy and quite difficult. So, just getting set up here. Hello everyone, Saman, Tusk, Victor. Hey Jesper. Hey Ryan, Garrett, Bryce, Praetor. Hope everybody's doing well today. I thought we'd start by just kind of hanging out a little bit. I got this new book which I posted on Twitter about. I thought it'd be really cool just to kind of take a look at. This is called Anime Architecture by Stefan Reichelis. Oh geez, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. He's done a wonderful job with this art collection. So it's a little bit, it's very matte, very orange too. But some absolutely fantastic illustrations here. These are like anime backgrounds, so like done with like Knicker poster color, and they are absolutely stellar. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of glare. I'm working on that. JEJR, they do have this on Amazon, and it is like $35. Just absolutely gorgeous stuff. This stuff makes me really excited. I wish that I had more time to paint, because I love painting, and I love doing painting like this. Some really, I love it because it's like actual scans, so you can see on the edge. This really makes me happy. Seeing this stuff on the edge here, where, you know, obviously they didn't have to paint that because like the bleed line would be like right here. It's the best. It makes me really happy. I love seeing that. I love seeing imperfection in Japanese art, like production art. Makes me feel like it's possible. Just really, really beautiful work from a bunch of different stuff. There's some Ghost in the Shell stuff. Check out this from Ghost in the Shell. That is so awesome. And the pencil sketch right next to it. Ugh. How cool is that? I gotta ink better. That's what I have to do. Anime Architecture. Pick this up. It's on Amazon. So cool. Trying to think of something else. Got my sketchbook here. Here's some pre-production stuff for the sketch I did for the second printing of Wrestletober. So it's a Jushin Thunder Liger painting that I did for the second printing of the Wrestletober book. That's up for pre-order now on my website, along with Wrestletober 2. Yeah, so if you want that, please pre-order before December 1st, as I'll be closing pre-orders on that day. I was also thinking that I could show you all some of the original art of my Wrestletober series, just to kind of go over it. And we won't spend a ton of time on it, but there's a lot of art here. So I was actually, let's see. Sorry, trying to get him in focus. There we go. I was really unhappy with the Walter that I did for Inktober, and I don't really like to obsess over things, but I really wanted to do it over, so I did this one over. This is the version that will be in the sketchbook, and the version that I don't like is in my sketchbook. This one I did on a piece of paper. Got an Undertaker. I'm really happy with the likeness here. I feel like it's a really solid Undertaker. Hey, Darumo. Thanks for being here. Ricardo. Until I hire a separate person to help with kind of dealing with overseas shipping, I can't do overseas shipping because it's not even the expense, it's the time to fill out the forms and stuff. I know that's a lame excuse. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. I'm sorry to disappoint anybody who's across the who's not in the States. I do feel bad that I'm not able to do it. I just know that I would fall behind. I can barely get out orders to the States as is, so my wife may be helping take over some of that in February after my second kid is born. We'll see. There's a chance that that'll change, but that's a maybe. So, hey Sean, you are not late. Whenever you want to come into the stream, you are welcome. I had to fix his foot because that was really bothering me. This sketch here, which I think I did on a Friday with DDubs episode. Here's CM Punk. You'll notice that there's actually a piece of tape here. Or no, I just glued down another piece of paper and inked over it because I hated the way his arm looked. Here's Tomohiro Ishii. Here's a Bryan Danielson piece that I also taped over. There's a piece of tape there. It's just a little easier than just constantly erasing and whiting out. And a Shingo Takagi, which I did because I was actually behind on Inktober. I didn't do enough. Yeah. Some of Hangman Adam Page, Ultimate Warrior, Tiger Mask, Kenta Kobashi, Minoru Suzuki, Sting. This is the cover. Also, another taped over. Maybe I should stop doing this so much. Like a taped over piece of paper on his head. Here's an old one from 2019 that I found. Moxley, another Lucha Brothers one. Here's the second printing cover. And yeah. And a few other things. This is actually going to Thunder Rosa. She gave me her P.O. Box address, so I'll be sending that to her soon. It was really nice to meet her at New York Comic Con. And here is the World of DWJ print that I did with Felix Comic Art. This is now, I think, sold out. You can still order a signed copy, but the sketch versions are all done with, but the color copies, you can still order a color copy. If you're interested, please reach out to Felix Comic Art at, oh geez, I can't remember his name. But if you're subscribed, you'll know. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to his email, and then we will take care of you, if you are interested, of course. All right. We've also announced some signing dates on the West Coast for early December, the first weekend of December. I'm going to be at, hold on, I got to look this up on my phone to make sure I get it right. I'm going to be at the Escapist Comic Bookstore in Berkeley on Saturday, December 4th at 3 p.m. I don't know if anybody's on the West Coast here, but if you are, I'd love to see you. I'm also going to go to Los Angeles for a signing at, I think, the Golden Apple. So if you're in LA or in the San Fran area, please come say hi. JEJR asks, just made my first webcomic. I'm making the second one right now. Any advice for making webcomics? How do you market Space Mullet? Man, JE, I just tried to make the best comic I could, and then every time I posted a new page, I took my favorite panel from that page, and I posted it on Twitter saying there was a new page up. And I think if it's enough to attract some eyes, and it should be good to try and to like bring in some traffic. So that's what I would say. It's not easy, but the important thing is that you're focusing on the art, and then marketing second. JEJR, I don't usually do portfolio reviews outside of Comic-Con just because I don't have time. I'd like to do more like portfolio reviews on the channel. It's just something that, you know, just like anything I fall behind in. Let's see. Saman says, how do you manage drawing feed on the ground in perspective? Saman, I think you might mean feet. Is that correct? It's not easy. But let's see if we can figure it out. So, got a piece of paper here. Elias, I like Avenged Sevenfold a lot. Hello, Danny. Let's do this on a... I have a little sketch I have to do of Rorschach. So let's just do this in practice, shall we? Drawing feet in perspective. Well, first I'm trying to get the feel of the character. I'll zoom in a little bit here. So I know that it's mostly, so it's about, first it's like about getting the general feel and idea right. So I kind of like this. I like this pose here. And we're going to take that and we're going to turn it into something that's a little more solid. So first off, we want to establish the ground plane, and let me get my T-square here. So one thing that will really help is to make sure that the bottom of his foot, where he's stepping on the ball, the front part of his foot and the heel are the same. Okay, so this is easy when it's 1 point perspective, right? And we can kind of use that as our base. Now we need to establish where the vanishing point is here, because I want this to be 1 point perspective, but also I'm going to just do a little doodle over here to show like a helicopter view of what I'm thinking this scene is, right? So the camera is over here and it's shining this way. Here's the building, okay? And here's the sidewalk, and here's the text, right? Boop, 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 boop. And here's Rorschach walking down it, okay? See how close Rorschach is to the side of this building? Right? So, and you see how short the sidewalk lines are, you know, whatever those divots are, and here's the road. So here's like the road down here, because you know sidewalks go like this. There's the road. So this is going to be my road, right? And I think I want the vanishing point. My vanishing point is probably going to be like right here, because maybe a little lower. Right now I'm making this grid here, but I know that there's a building, or I want there to be a building like right here. So I'm not going to see anything behind this. And this is one thing I tell people all the time when talking about vanishing points, setting up a grid, and drawing things. If you have a 1 point perspective grid, right? You're looking down a hallway. Oh, shoot. All right. Okay. There's your hallway. And here are your doors to the hallway. I see people doing this all the time, right? Here's 2 doors. Here's another door. Okay, in real life, if you were to like actually walk up to this door, if you were to walk into this 2D space, walk up to the door and look at this door, here's what you'd see. That door is way too long, because the vanishing point, this is like literally like miles and miles and miles away, right? So that would mean that this door is like crazy long. In order for things to look correct, especially in 1 point perspective, you always make them shorter than you think they need to be. That's a realistic door. Yeah, David Finch is a master of teaching this stuff. I'm sure he's better than me. This is like slapdash, you know, hanging out at a bar art advice. So, same thing here, right? We're not really even going to get anything except like a tiny little sliver here. Right, and then if I want, let's say I want to do like a little grate, you know, like a drainage grate. Even that's probably too deep. It should probably be even skinnier. But that's the kind of depth we're talking about here. So, and I don't even know if I like this. As far as like composition wise, I actually may scrap this bottom part and just make it a little more designy. Of course, I cannot find my eraser. Let me look at some other questions here. Bryce, I have thought about making an artist edition. There has been very casual talk of an Extremity artist edition someday. Let's hope it happens. Nico says, hey Dan, bought the lead you recommended and 300 series Bristol, but I still can't cleanly erase pencils without killing my inks, and erasing digitally is killing me. Any other Rex? Well, I am not a fan of 300 series Strathmore Bristol board. I think it's very cheap and feels kind of waxy to me. I don't feel like the ink sinks into the paper very well. It's also not made out of cotton. I know I sound like here's my small violin for myself. But, we spend a lot of time on this art. We spend a lot of time at the table, a lot of time with our hands and our supplies touching this paper. I feel like spending money on good paper is worth it. So I would highly recommend getting Strathmore 500 series. That is made out of cotton. It will hold your inks better. It's not going to hold them perfectly. I don't know. Here's some. Let's see. So here. Let's just take this ground for a sec. I'm going to zoom way in here. There's a mix of brush and micron on this 500 series Bristol. I'm really going at it, and it did not affect it that much. So part of it is I think these erasers are really awesome if you can keep them clean. They obviously don't erase well when they're dirty and gross, but if you rub them off on your jeans or a rug, get them clean, they do a great job. The paper is really important. It holds the ink. The ink goes into the paper there. And also, I'm like going hard, but I'm not like going crazy hard. So I use pretty soft lead, and I try not to push down too hard, but that never works. So get nice paper. Charlie says, just did a big Gundam drawing. It's a perspective nightmare because it's all hard edges, no fudging allowed. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear there. No fudging allowed. Charlie, have you ever read Gundam The Origin? There's not a straight line in there. Highly recommend that you check that out. Catwez, hello from the UK. Hi. Let's see. Jimmy says, hey Dan, hope you're off to a good weekend. I was wondering if you could share who you went with for your Old Man Luke comic. What do you mean by went with, Jimmy? Justin, I'll keep that in mind, bro. Catwez, yeah, you know it. I do know. I do the creases in the leg and trousers. I need to Google image Rorschach. Shame on me. Nice. Original art of mine is a bookmark sketch that says, hi, Bryce. That's hilarious. Right, you can come to see me at a show and show me your portfolio there. You can also send a email to dwjportfolioreview@gmail.com. I check it sporadically, not all the time. I'll do my very best to get back to you. But I can't promise anything. For printing, I went with Robinson and Anderson Printing in California. Sorry, I'm trying to find a good Rorschach reference here. Oh, I forgot about his scarf. Oh, and his jacket's all wrong too. Oh my goodness. Alright, come on. Stacy, I hope to see you there. Are you going to come out? Hey, Miguel. Yeah, Jimmy, good luck. I really like them. They're affordable. They do good work. I don't know what he should do with his other hand. Sorry, my head's blocking the screen again. Special Raptor noted. Gallon of milk. I have seen the Comic Tropes video. I feel very flattered and honored that he did a video on me. I thought that was really cool of him. And he's obviously a fan. We've never met, but yeah. What is his name? I don't actually know his name. All right, let me ask you a question, and I apologize for my nerd question, for my nerd cred kind of going by the wayside here, but the Who Watches the Watchmen motto comes from Rorschach, right? It's like Rorschach that is like trying to keep tabs on everybody, so it's kind of like it's like his motto, right? Because I was gonna have him have like a spray can here, walking away from like a tag. Chris on Comics Tropes, thank you. Chris Pierce, sorry about that, Chris. Awesome, Stacy. Looking forward to seeing you. Sound off and let me know about Rorschach, because I cannot remember. It's been so long since I've read Watchmen. I don't think so. I think it's just graffiti. Okay, well. Alright. That's fine. Oh, but then I have to put his hand in his pocket? I don't want to do that. might just have him not holding anything and just having his arm out here. Antonio, somebody asked me to draw my Space Mullet characters naked once. I'm not opposed to it. It's just not really my brand. So I probably would turn it down if offered. Once you start doing art like that, sometimes it can pigeonhole you a little bit. Not saying that that is like fair, you know, but there's also a lot of really amazing artists that do that kind of thing. That kind of thing. I'm making it sound so dirty. I apologize. I don't mean it like that. Darumo, that's a really good point. I totally forgot that about Rorschach. And look at me. I'm talking about not putting down too hard, not penciling too hard. Look at this. I'm trying to kill this paper. Gallon of milk. That you're right. Thanks, Alan. Yeah, Cat was. Darumo really hit it home. Took that spray can idea and just, yep. But that's good. That's what I wanted. I wanted to know if it would work, and it doesn't. So that's cool. Hey Johnny, hope you're doing okay, bro. Nate Van Dyke is a tag team. Hell yeah. Thanks, Justin. I kind of like his shape of his hand. All right, I got to get in here and ink this hand. Like really, I'm really gonna get in here. Let's get this nice and sharp. I'm gonna ink the crap out of this hand with this Micron. He's not going to be holding anything. His hand is just going to be tense because he's Rorschach. Bam! You can't even tell it's separate from the pencils. That's how I roll. Immigrant Channel, hello. I've always wanted to visit Brazil. Here's another tip about inking feet on the ground. You see how I'm not like quite inking over where his feet like actually touch? I'm like letting it just kind of not really doing anything. That gives it a sense of grounding. There are some artists that will do this like a lot, like with multiple lines, like all over, and I'm thinking of specifically like Chris Samnee. You know, will leave half an arm uninked, which looks awesome, but I always, whenever I do that, I always feel like I'm leaving something. Like I feel like it's like unfinished. So I personally don't do that kind of style, but when it comes to like having things touching other things, I think it looks really awesome. And not to say that it doesn't look awesome when Chris Somni does it. When I do it, it doesn't work. Bye, Praetor. How are you able to see past your rough sketches to inking a complete piece? I know you might have heard this question many times already. It's okay. I have gotten that question a lot, but that's alright. You know, it is... How do I put this? You see how I just like made that decision there? Like that wasn't a line that was drawn before. A lot of it I'm going off instinct, and there's some pencil lines that I'm really paying attention to, and some that I'm not. Simply because, you know, I've inked a lot without pencil under it. That's something that I've been doing for forever. I do it a lot in my sketchbook. I think it's a great exercise for other artists to do that are trying to get better at inking. You learn about who you really are as an inker if you like really spend time inking without penciling. So I guess I would say, you know, I'm just kind of riffing here. You know, I'm not like... A lot of times when it comes to like hands and faces, I'm very cautious when it comes to inking. But even then, I don't even necessarily think that's like a really positive thing, because then a lot of times after you erase your pencils, the inks look very tepid and not very bold. If you can really get in there and attack with confidence, like with attitude, the drawing at the end of the day is going to look a lot better. So it's kind of like I treat my pencils more like, you know, a rough guesstimation, and things really are not final until the inks come down. So that's not easy to do, but or it's like it kind of has to be like a shift in how you approach your line making. Antonio, totally. Welcome, John. Thank you, Saman. Gemarak. Hello from Peru. Wow, Peru. Dang, dude. Thank you so much for the kind words. Do I recommend Micron Sakura Pigma for newbies? Yeah, I mean, anything can be for newbies. You know, it doesn't have to be just microns. Anything can be for newbies. You could get the nicest brush in the world as long as it fits you. Let me see who watches The Watchmen. Who watches the Watchmen? Okay. Alex Braun. Mine would probably be something by Tetsuro Ueyama, like Lampo the Hypersonic Boy. Yeah. Gesture drawings are great for looseness. J Penn, I am so happy to hear that. Keep drawing. That's fantastic. That makes my night. I'm so glad that you're finding art again, and that's just the best. That's so cool. Way to go. Give it up for Jay, everybody. Jay coming back into the fold. Golden apple visitors go. Awesome, Victor. Charlie, so glad you're enjoying it. George Miller take. Love it. Thanks, Catwez. Take care of yourself. Frederick from Malaysia, welcome. Well, no plans for a Moon Knight, but I am working on a wrestling book for Image, and it's going to come out next year. Oh, Alex wishes that Dark Horse would release the Appleseed as a hardcover deluxe edition. Heck yeah. Ooh. I wonder if maybe things are weird with like Japanese licensors, you know? Maybe they're hard to get a hold of, or are they, you know, they have their own plans for stuff? Because if like there was ever like a thing like, you know, the Akira deluxe hardcover set for Appleseed, oh my gosh, I'd lose my mind. Johnny Booth, I'll have to listen to them. Special Raptor with the amazing suggestions. Somebody's at my door. I'll be right back. I'm back. Oh. I did enjoy Dark Knight Metal. I thought it was pretty darn cool. Charlie, I love the Transformers. They're not easy to draw, though. But it would be really fun to do that someday. Angelic Rider, I don't know of anybody in the States that does that. There might be someone that... There's definitely people that do that in Japan. But yeah. Dang. Way to go, Special Raptor. 4,500 metal songs. Nice. Alex, that's amazing. Comics Kayfabe is where it's at. They are so awesome. Third issue was the variant cover, which got me into Bolt Thrower. Heck yeah. That was done by my buddy Tyrell Cannon. He lives just a few blocks from me. Really talented artist. Go check out Beef Bros. It's on Kickstarter right now. JEJR, the wrestling comic, is coming out, like, it looks like it's actually going to drop. It'll get announced. It looks like it got pushed back because of printing problems and stuff. So it's going to, like, probably come out. It's going to get announced in March. Chris G.K. Haywood. What's up, man? Welcome. I do know Kyle. I know him quite well. I would call Kyle a friend. We've had some great hangs in hotel rooms at Comic-Cons all over. Planet Comic-Con is in Kansas, right? All good, JEJR. Yeah, Horrendous is amazing. Definitely check them out. Dark Knights of Steel, best first issues I've ever read. That's great. I'm going to have to check that out. 64-page psychedelic wordless comic by Alex Braun. Whoa. Alex Braun, you are not messing around. You got it, Alex. Remember, name of the game is just to finish it. Don't get discouraged halfway. Well, you probably will get discouraged halfway because we all do, but keep going, even when you do. This is your official pep talk before you even start drawing the comic. You got it. Shall we do an eraser test on the Strathmore 500 Bristol? Here we go. Let's get up real close. Not bad. So the one thing I've noticed is the ink from the pigment brush pens can be very it can be pretty weak when it comes to erasing. The ink in the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen is much stronger. It will stay darker under erasing. But, you know, this thing is so convenient. I use it so much, so you just don't want to be going, here, I'll show you. See how much this is graying out? Like, that's no good. So, but that's like the ink's fault there. Not sure why, but alright, so I actually have company that has arrived, so I need to head out. I'm glad I was able to get this sketch done though. I'm gonna put some tones on this in a little bit. I want to thank everybody for being here. It's always a pleasure. For those of you that have reached out, or just like during the stream and have said that you're getting back into drawing, that is the best. Congratulations. Celebrate that. So awesome. Treadmore is amazing. Hey, eyeliners are awesome for inking. Simon, you're welcome. Thanks for being here, everybody. Sorry if it was a little short. But I'll be here next week. And, you know, I interviewed one of my favorite bands, the guitarist for one of my favorite bands, Horrendous. I interviewed him. The interview's on the channel. His name's Matt. It's a really great interview. We talk about like creativity and making stuff, and super exciting to have him on. So go check out that vid. I'm gonna have the goal is to get another sketchbook tour of Volume 5 up next week. So that's the goal. I'm going to do my very best to make that happen. Oh, Edison, I'm sorry. Take care of yourselves. Edison, glad you made it even for just a few seconds. Down in milk. Go make art. Appreciate that. That's awesome, John. See you, JP. Barbarian Squatch. Take care. Yeah, bye, everybody. And take care of yourselves. Stay safe.